Here we are, rambling in Amble. Bit of a downpour just then, but not too bad. Look at the size of those seagulls. Like a small dog or a cat. Ooh. There's the market over there. Amble Market. Apparently that place over there, the Alliance Fish, they sell fresh fish straight from the sea. Boats come up here, load it all in there. But that's only during the week. On a Sunday it's the Amble Market, so of course prices will be higher. They got an assortment of things here. Fresh fish, donuts, hot dogs, the usual stuff, you know. Oh, deer stalker hats. Oh no, they're not. Regular hats. The burger barn. Popping away. Free for 120.
Thank you.
Beautiful weather. Nice cool breeze, sunny day, cloudy, but light clouds. Oh, I'll be flooding over there when it's high tide. Lovely little place, Amble, full of people, not just tourists but locals as well. Amazing. Every Sunday they have this market. There's the flood defences over there. A bit of an inlet, very similar to Seaham actually. Lovely. We'll amble around Amble. Amble Rock. Lady Millie. Another section of the market here. Actually. Yeah. Couple of boats moored. You see how tame the birds are. Look at that. Quayside chippy. Amble Beach. Oh, it's windy. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they look like holiday lights. Lying on the beach, fully clothed. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, these are nice, aren't they? A little terrace up there. Little shore. Look at the size of these bins. Good morning, YouTubers. Here we are again on another expedition for litter. Oh, look at that, straight away. Unbelievable. Hardly into the intro, and I've already found something. Yeah, nice of you to join us on Absolute Garbage 007. The channel where anything can happen, really. So, what did you think of Amble? Didn't actually do any litter picking there, but I thought you might like to see it because it's such a scenic spot on the northeast coast. Beautiful area. Lots of fish and seafood. You know what I'm like when I see food. Yeah. Yeah, here we are in Barnard Castle, actually. It's been some time since I was here. And I thought I'd do a bit of a return, because there wasn't really much to do in Amble. It was quite a clean place, and I thought, why not put two together, you know? Start off with a bit of ambling in Amble. Rambling, ambling. And then off to Barnard. Now, the two of them are quite far apart, so obviously these have been filmed on 2 separate days. I'll let you know that. Not going to try and deceive you. Yeah, they are miles apart, and on buses it'll probably take me about 4 hours to get between the two of them. Oh, what's that rattling? Right, I can't have that all the way through the video. That's going to annoy me and probably annoy you too. Just a minute, back in a sec. Yeah, back. Here we are. Now, for those of you who actually want to see the castle itself, I suggest you refer back to the earlier Barnard Castle video. You get a full section there on what it looks like and history and everything else. All the nice info. Oh, I think it's going back about 8 months since I was there. How's everybody doing? My last video, well, I wouldn't say overly successful, but moderately. It was the silent no talkie. Literally started no talking, nothing. I even held my breath throughout the whole video so you wouldn't hear it. And definitely no sniffing. God, look at this. Yeah. Yep. Terrible. All overgrown here. See that? No, I can touch these because I've got my gloves on, but always wear gloves. Even if you don't really need them, I always suggest you wear gloves. Yep. That was a leaf, but never mind. Yeah, so how's everybody doing? Oh, dodging here. Oh, good grief. The council need to do a bit of work here, I'm afraid. Not complaining, just saying they could cut back some of these nettles. It would help a lot. What we got over here? No, nothing. Okay, yeah. Again, how's everybody doing? I think I've said that 3 times now. Hope you're all well. Yeah, it's nice to be back in the normal sort of a kind of video that I do. It was very hard actually to do a silent video. All I had was background sounds like this. And it was just like that all the way through. Refer to my last video if you haven't seen it. Whew. Yeah, overwhelmingly a lot of people said they'd prefer when I had a bit of a chat here and there. And then sporadic sounds like this. Whew. Those of you who came with me on the last Barnard video will remember this area. Of course, we've got the bridge down there. Ooh, okay. Yeah, one of those tight gates. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I'm gonna squeeze my way around. Normally these nooks and crannies come fully deposited with litter, and but we might be lucky on this one actually. I think we are. Yeah. Doesn't hurt to take a bit of a look around though. Ah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Okay, Molly, if you're watching, what's this? Molly is my resident horticulturist. She promptly informs me of any kind of plants that I'm not sure what they are. Or that, well, we all know what that is, don't we? Yeah. We don't really want to get too close to that. But that there, that's interesting. I'm just going to give you a shot of this, but I don't want to film it clambering in and out because it's not much of a view. We'll take a look. It's really heavy. Whatever it is, it's really heavy. We'll find out in just a sec. Right, here is the source of discontent. I think it says Lambrini, yeah. Lambrini sparkling. Heavy as hell. Imagine what that's like when it's full. It's already about two pounds in its natural form. Okay, I'm glad I saw that. And then there was this, which I think is probably Monster. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Whew. Getting that bottle out took some pull, I can tell you. Yeah, remember this? Beautiful, isn't it? There's the castle up there. The actual castle of Barnard Castle. The lock and the weir. Barnard, I know I've done all this before, but for those of you who don't want to reflect on the old video from about 8 months ago, you just watch this one. Ooh, nothing in there. Good. Oh, look at that. Is that a mallard or drake? Poor lonely thing. And that's why we do this, really. Clear nature, make it livable for animals like that. Oh, it's beautiful. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Found some stuff here and there. Not too much. Usual taff, as they call it. Yeah. Anything behind here? No, it's pretty clean. Oh, there's something. Oh, it's a feather. Leave that to decompose. Look at those flowers. Yeah. Hi there. Right, onwards and upwards. Danger. Yeah, how about that bottle of sparkling champagne or whatever it was, huh? I just knocked it against my leg. It's in the bag here, look. You can hear it, yeah? It just knocked against my leg and, oh, quite a weight. Ah, a little zip through here. What we got down there? I remember going down there before, actually. I can't see anything. Usual questions. Where are you litter picking in the world? What kind of quantities of litter do you pick on average? Every time I report bags to the local council, they have this little questionnaire. How many hours a week do you spend litter picking? Well, this week I did 25. That's like a full day. Not non-stop, of course. Do a lot of filming, a lot of work off camera. Hello. Thank you. Oh, and a round of applause. No less. Thank you. Thank you. That was nice. Never had a round of applause before. Maybe I should circle back and get another round of applause. Yeah. Anybody remember this? It's kind of nice. Sometimes it's nice to go back to old places you've done before. I don't want to constantly revisit them because it gets a bit boring after a while for me, but or maybe for you too. But it's nice to go to new places. But I thought I'd combine Amble and Barnard together. This is the spot where I met that guy with his dog. He was giving me directions to the play park. Oh boy, it's all coming back now. It was around about... No, it was a bit later in the year actually, because I've just celebrated my first birthday. The channel is now officially 1 year old. And love a couple of days on top of that. So happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to Absolute Garbage. There's nothing here. I can hear the kids in the background there. Onwards and upwards. What the hell is all that up there? I've got to have a look at see what this is. Is that a fly tip? Holy crap, are you kidding me? A fly tip in Barnard Castle? That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Well, that is a first. Okay, they could be doing some work here. I might be wrong. But officially, that to me is a fly tip. So you've got the address?
You have to ask why, don't you?
Sorry?
You have to ask why.
Well, I don't know if they're still doing some work or whether they've actually just left all that there as a fly tip. What do you reckon?
I reckon it's fly tip.
You reckon it's a fly tip? Well, why would you fly tip somebody and leave your address on there?
That might not be them, but they might have used that bag. It might not be them that have done it.
No, yeah, you could be right, yeah. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's just been... This is the first time I've seen something like this in Barnard. I mean, you see it in other places, but not Barnard, you know.
Yeah, we were just saying you shouldn't have to do the job you're doing, and then saw that.
Well, I can't handle that. I'll have to report that.
No.
I'll report that in, don't worry.
Just beggars beyond belief.
I don't know where we are here exactly, but what's that place called?
Orchard Bray.
Orchard Bray. I'm surprised they haven't said anything anyway. Right outside their door like that. Anyway, take care.
Yeah,
Bye. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that shameful? Absolutely shameful. Yeah, that was quite an eyesore. I mean, you know, it could be the people in that house were doing some renovation. But that's no excuse for putting it on a public country path. No excuse whatsoever. Anyway, back to the normal. Like I said, that's beyond my capability, really. When I was in Gateshead, I reported fly tips and things like that. I've reported loads of fly tips, actually. Oakley Green. There was a massive fly tip there. Car parts. I went there the other day. Actually, just yesterday I went there. Did a massive project off camera. I didn't think it would turn out that way, to be honest, but it was a massive project and I didn't get it on camera. And I sort of assembled all these car parts together. I'll put a photo up, actually. You can have a look. I did take a shot for the council. And you can have a look and see what you think. Car doors, parts of interiors. There's somebody over there. I'll go this way. Somebody wandering through the forest. Yeah, let's head back down. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Oh, look at that. The bane of every forest. How long will it take for that to rot down? And that's quite weighty, by the way. A couple of 100 years. You know, they've started making Christmas trees now with dog poo bags hanging off them. I'm not kidding. Can you believe that? On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a poo bag in a pear tree. Yeah, right. I can't get that fly tip out of my mind. Can't wait to get back. Do something about that. Or if they're going to do work, put a sign there. Tell people, you know, we're coming back for it or something like that. But that is obviously, I would say 80% a fly tip. 80%. And here's that family. Let's have a look around here. Don't expect to find much. Look at the size of that litter bin. Whew. Yeah, yesterday when I was doing that council estate, huge place it is, huge. Took me 4 hours to cover the area. I had so much garbage. I didn't have enough bags. I had 4 bags. One of the bags split, so I had to double bag it. And then what I did is I emptied some of the trash that I collected in the council bags. I put it into local dustbins when nobody was looking. Because there's no way I was going to be able to do that. No way. Carry all that stuff. I thought it was going to be a light project as well. It always turns that way, doesn't it? Yeah. What's that over there? Pigeon? Down there. I can have a look. Can't go in with these shoes, but that is a pigeon, isn't it? Yes. Look at it, it's just standing so still. Amazing. Oh, isn't that cute? Taking a bit of a bathe over there. That's the right weather for it, that's for sure. Ah, it's beautiful. That, not so beautiful. Actually, that wasn't on the path like that. I've just thrown it there for display. It was actually in these bushes here. People are too cowardly to throw it on the actual path where we can pick it up easily. Bye. Oh, I thought she was talking to me. You talking to me? Yeah. Oh, somebody's actually throwing it on the path. How nice. Oh. Ooh. And Warwick, because you asked for it, here's a bit of clambering. Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! Not the right shoes. But I've got to get this. I've seen it. It's got to be gotten. Here we are. So viewers, I've decided to do an about turn. There wasn't much on that trail. And I couldn't get down that slope, by the way. Not in these shoes, anyway. Good grief, look at the scratch on my leg. That's all from yesterday. Just noticed that. How can you not notice something like that? Anyway, yeah, so we're going to go back now and take another route. See what we can find. Oh, not too much in here. Oh. Hello. Oh, look at the dog. This is cute with the orange ball in its mouth. Yeah, so onwards and upwards. Right, just got a warning on the camera about battery, so I'll have to change that in just a sec, but I'll just give you another shot of this. Not running across there. Oh, hello. Hi.
Oh, you did a grand job there.
Yeah, onwards and upwards. What I'm going to do now is there's a place of interest I'm going to try and check out. Now, there is an entrance fee. Obviously, I'm not going to be allowed to go in with this, so forget about that. But you can cover the grounds. I'll give you a bit of a shot. I think it's a museum, actually, but it's quite an old historic building. Lovely place. And on the way, let's see if we can pick up some litter, shall we? Oh, what's this? Ooh, little heartstone. A and E. Accident emergency? I think I'll keep that, actually. I had a stone like that when I was living in Kidderminster. Still got it, actually. Oh, Lord, I had to see that again. Okay, onwards and upwards. Bye bye. You're getting reported. Ooh, look at that. It's purple, it's gotta be Cadbury's. I've seen some articles quite recently about Cadbury's not tasting the same. I mean, I don't remember, to be honest, what Cadbury's tasted like in the 80s or 70s, but if you do, have you noticed any difference in Cadbury's taste lately? Food for thought, literally. Oh, it's nice and shady here. Beautiful. Hey. Okay. Hey, like my glasses, brand new, £2.50. You remember coming down here? I found some rhubarb last time. Yes, rhubarb, would you believe? Wild rhubarb. God knows what's here this time. Nothing really. Nothing of a consequence anyway. Nope. Just how I like it. Great. On with the glasses. And up we go. Back on top again. I found something here. Carelessly discarded. Oh. I know I didn't get it on camera, but yesterday when I was cleaning that council estate, I found 150 water bottles all deposited together. I couldn't believe it. It reminded me of that time when I found that hole in the tree, and there was about 200 cans. I think that was High Force Part 1? Yeah, High Force Part 1, if you want to go and have a look at it. You won't believe the number of cans that came out of that tree. So, similar situation yesterday when I cleaned the estate, and it was absolutely horrendous. One of the locals said that people take their dogs walking there, and when they're done with the water, they just chuck it in the corner. I swear I could have filled up a whole bag. Well, I did actually. I filled up a whole bag of nothing but water bottles, like that one I just threw in there. Incredible. Oh, here we go. Now, don't put this in here, okay? When you're done with it, right? When you've had your beer, your Fosters, please, this is what you do. Push it as far into the bush as you can, okay? And just leave it, and then walk away. Thank you. Here we are on the playground, and not too much to find here. There's people enjoying themselves, mothers with children, families. Very nice. Yes, very nice. Yeah, Barnard actually is a nice place. Somebody once told me it's a nice place to die. I didn't quite get the relevance of that, but later I realised what they were talking about. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't talking about actually dying, like dropping dead. They meant sort of living out their golden years. But I've never had it put that way before. What a lovely place to die. Yeah, we're getting into the main drag now. Church, castle over there, and people enjoying a nice leisurely Saturday afternoon. Ooh, cool wind as well. I can't believe I saw that all the way from over there. Just sort of caught the sun, you know. I mean, look, yeah, there it is. Don't forget, when you have litter, always throw it on the floor and just walk past the bin as if it never existed. Okay? Please keep that in mind. It's absolutely important that you do not pick up the litter. Always throw it on the floor. Thank you. This has been a message of your local county council. Right. Beautiful. Let's end off this area with this shot. People enjoying what should be a clean and clear park. View of the castle over there, beautiful. Yeah, dog walking, usual sort of activities. Yeah, here we are on the main drag again. Main drag of Barnard. I picked up something earlier which was in a carton. I think it was a dead slug or snail. And you know what they smell like? They're absolutely horrible. So what I've been doing is I've got it in the bag here. It stinks to high heaven. And as I'm walking by, people were sitting having their coffee and enjoying or whatever. And one of the ladies said to the husband, I heard her say, "Here, ain't you in a bath today?" I'm awful, I can't help it, I'm sorry, I just can't help it. They'll come away with that memory now, how stinky Barnard was. No, obviously not that, but oh, here we are, see. Yeah. Oh, completely full as usual. Yo-ho! There they go. The hairless bikers. Hairless bikers. Hey, right in front of this fine old building, whatever it is. Beautiful. And then we've got this. Right. The bells of St. Clement's. That's coming from over there, not here. There used to be there is a bell tower here, but I think it's non-functional. Beautiful. Yeah, it's coming from up there, see? Coming up to 1 o'clock. Well, that's nice. I'll have a look, I think. Check it out. St. Mary's Barnard Castle. Wedding day. Beautiful. Lovely setting for a wedding. They're all waiting for the bride and groom, I think. Oh, I just found a dog bone. But don't worry, it wasn't still attached to the dog. I'm also finding lots of feathers now. Either there. What's the official word? Oh God. Did I have to find that? Okay, that's not what I was talking about, but anyway. The remnants of a dead blackbird, it looks like there. Sorry about that. Yeah, are they defeathering, or whatever the official term is? Or is there some sort of massive pigeon brawl going on here that we don't know about? Okay, there's the museum over there. Gonna have a little look around there. See what we can find. I don't think it'll be too much because the museum grounds will be maintained by the council probably, or the staff of the actual area. Let's move on. Here we are, the Bose Museum. A nice little area, isn't it? Oh, there it is again. So I'm going to have a little wander around here. I'm not actually going in the museum itself, but unlike Auckland, the grounds are open to everybody. Looked like they were going to charge me when I tried to get into Auckland Castle, the grounds, the other day. You create what you will. Yeah, we see the litter everywhere. Thank you for creating that. Okay, let's take a look around, shall we? Yeah. Oh, it's nice. There's a nice smell of, a nice scent of lavender in the air, which pervades the atmosphere. Oh, getting very poetic now. Gorgeous. Now we're going to take the woodland walk. I can see a bin up there already. Amazing. Yeah, the lavender pervades the atmosphere, but the smell of this bag is overriding and overpowering. So I would stay within at least 5 meters of myself at the moment. Hello. Yeah. Don't expect to find much here, but could be nice. Wow, look at this. An old-fashioned wooden dustbin. So again, when you've got your litter, this is what you do with it. Alright? Don't forget, throw it on the floor. I was on another site the other day, and there was a lady making comments about her daughter telling children, her friends rather, not to throw garbage in the bushes when she's in the playing field in the park, and just leave it on the park grass for us litter pickers to pick up. I couldn't believe I was reading that. So it's not okay to throw it in the bush, but it's okay to leave it on the park for somebody else to pick up. Is that what we're teaching our children these days? I don't know. Here's a shot of the museum from the side. People are just reading, listening to music, enjoying the day. It is up around 25 degrees, 26 degrees. It says 29, but it doesn't feel like 29. It's a nice cool breeze here in Barnard right now. But I'm sweating like a pig's ear. So I'm constantly wiping sweat. I've got to buy myself one of those sweat bands because it's just literally dripping into my eyes. And you know, of course, it's salt. And salt and eyes don't go well together. Okay, there you go. Wow, this is something else. This reminds me of Croxdale. Refer back to Croxdale video for that one. Nice little hidden cove and a beach there. I wonder what that's how that's doing right now. I think we had all those rhubarb plants there as well. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, Croxdale. Have a look at that on the list. I'll put it up on the screen. That rattling. Hello. Yeah. That rattling in the bag is that massive bottle I found earlier. Sparkling champagne. Okay, what's been going on here? Showdown at high noon, was it? For the local pigeons and birds. I'll get them picked up. I know they rot away, but what the hell. There's nothing else to pick up here. It's pretty clean. Yep, that's pretty much it. I believe I'm being reduced to picking up bird feathers. Well, keeps the path clean, I suppose. Let's have a look in here, see if there's any. Usually these little coves hide things, hide little hidey holes. Ah, yep, there we go. There we go, and it has to be. Don't tell me. Is it? Oh no, it's not a monster. Can't do the voice, sorry. Ice! Right. Is he pulling you? Oh no. I thought he was pulling you. Bit like a sled, you know. Oh, he smells something in there. Yeah. For some reason, dogs are always attracted to whatever's in here, you know. Oh dear. Hello. Ooh, little walk up here. Again, I don't expect to find too much, but you never know. Well, there's the odd feather. I got so many feathers in this bag, I can make myself a hat. Look at this. So, king or queen would sit there and, well, I don't know. And the headless manservant there. And then we've got this, totem poles again. Well, this is obviously fallen down. What a shame. But anyway, it's still there. Oh, it's quite an interesting area. Oh, what's that over there? Hang on. Seriously? Oh, come on. Oh. Oh. What we got here? Yeah, of course, the usual strong bow. Even here, even here. Unbelievable. Ooh, look at that for a tree or a stump. Would it still be alive in that state? I don't know. Right, I'm gonna park myself over here, wrap it up. Just got a couple of feathers and things here. Not really much. I've been reduced to picking up feathers. Leave that one. This is gorgeous. So we've got the historic Barnard Castle Museum here. Ooh, yeah, could do with a cuppa actually. Beautiful. Oh, look at this. Yeah, I think I'll take my coffee inside. I've had enough of the sun for today. Right, that's pretty much it. So, I'm going to leave you with this shot. I'm not going to show you the bag, because that will spoil the whole atmosphere. Leave you with this view, and thank you very much for joining me, really. I like taking people along on different adventures, different places, different locations. Even though I've been to Barnard before, I've never actually been here, so this is something new for me as well. And we started off with Amble, up there on the northeast coast. Great place for fresh fish and seafood, shellfish. And then we moseyed on to Barnard, some God knows how many miles away, but obviously I didn't do this in one day. This is 2 separate days. Yeah, anyway, thanks for joining me from Absolute Garbage 007, and I hope to see you on the next one. In the meantime, I'll leave you with this shot. Adios.